Hey Capricorn, we're going to do your reading. I'm burning a bay leaf for you. I'm going to say this real quick because a lot of you have already heard it. But for those of you who haven't, I'm burning a bay leaf for you. Set an intention, and if you have your journal handy, please go ahead and grab it and put an intention in your journal. If not, even better, write one in the comments so the rest of us can go through and add some energy to it. That intention was for health, wealth, happiness. Okay, that's across the board. But the extra one on here was for calm, a sense of calm and abundance. So major stress on money and abundance, but also an ability to be calm through whatever it is that you're through the journey to that. I feel like something may be flaring up right now. Haha, flaring up. Anyway, so I will start the comments with an intention for all of you. Wow, something's kind of going crazy here. Oof. My sprinklers are gonna go off. Anyway, I'm gonna set the intent. I'm gonna start the comments with an intention for all of you, everyone who reads this. I'd love for you guys to go in and write your own intention in the comments. Remember that these videos circulate all over the world, and they go thousands and thousands of times, and months from now they're still circulating. So the intention in there is going to keep going with that. It's not going to stop, right? So put your intentions in there. If you don't want to write your own intention, you can at least put yes or I affirm in the comments to accept the intention that I am writing for you. And if you would, please take a moment to go through and give a thumbs up to everyone else's intention. That way we can just add that much more power. I feel like that might be getting crazy close there. I don't know. Anyway, so I've been a little bit gone. I've been going through some really, really horrible, hard stuff. Nothing horrible, hard has happened other than, I started doing the yoga, meditations. I am working on meditations, recorded meditations to share. But gosh, oh my gosh, I've been going through so much healing, and some of you don't know this. I mean, I have had okay, so I'm doing this hip opening and stuff that where you store trauma, and I'm researching neuroscience, and I've been doing that for years, and that's why I always like to share that stuff. But some of the healing that I've been going through is what most of you call dark night of the soul. It's stuff that I, am kind of new to, but oh my gosh, is it powerful. And so my story, I'm sorry to ramble, y'all can fast forward if you want, but I am hoping to get internet wired this weekend so that I can do lives. I mean, obviously I'm on Wi-Fi, but hardwired so I could do lives and depend on it, right? And or set up for live so I can chat with you guys and I can explain more. But my history is as far as tarot, I've always had something. I've always had a sixth sense. We all have it, by the way. But anyway, I am widowed, lost my, see, it's so hard to talk about. I cry every day. But it's because I bottled it for so many years. I lost my husband unexpectedly. I was pregnant and had a 1-year-old. Shortly before that, my best friend, and gruesome, and I was there. I had just, and then clumped together. At first it was my best friend, and I found her, and that was horrible and gruesome, and then my husband, and then my mom. So see, it's still hard to talk about. So I bottled it, and I didn't really have a choice because I had a baby. I was pregnant. I had a baby. Anyway, I hadn't healed from my best friend before another tragedy, and then anyway, So it turns out our tissue, our cells have tissue memory. And like muscle memory, they store trauma that we don't face. And so on this little yoga journey of mine, I started releasing some of this stuff, and it just like hit me like a 2-ton heavy thing. Queensryche. That's funny. I just out of nowhere thought of that song. But anyway, so I'm sorry I've been gone. I love you guys. I feel like you guys are literally a part of me. When I'm away from you too long, it's like hard for me. It's like something's missing, you know. So anyway, I love you. I miss you, and I'm happy to be back. And hopefully, I will be back better. Okay, don't know why I pulled this, but here's the Three of Swords. Looks like it's self-inflicted. I don't like that. But it also, when it's in reverse, which it is, it looks like somebody's reversing some pain they've caused themselves. So sorry for that big, heavy beginning. I just feel like I looked at the videos and I saw, oh my gosh, some of these signs haven't had a reading in 2-3 weeks, and it just makes me feel really, you know, like I don't want you to feel like, I just want you guys to know how important you are to me. You're so important to me. Four of Wands. So some of you might be in a twin flame. This is all about foundation. We're going to lay out a spread, and we're actually going to do something a little bit different. We're going to clarify with these moon cards. I'm just feeling it. So Four of Wands, 11-11. Wow, and an Empress. Yeah, twin flame for some of you. Another thing I know I've always promised to do is extendeds. Or more almost personals. I am going to do more of those. And I just can't wait to get the live set up so I can talk to you guys, you know. Anyway, Empress, Four of Wands, 11-11. Four of Wands is foundations, Empress energy, and a Tower. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. This is just pre-shuffle. We're going to lay out a formal spread here in a minute. Okay, so truth, clarity, upside down. So somebody's a little bit, this might be why you're not feeling calm or distressed. Looks like there's a tower. It is upside down. Somebody might be trying to hold a tower up, and that tower maybe needs to fall because this ace is upside down. This is a complicated deck, obviously. It's the transparent tarot, and because the cards can come backwards, upside down, all kinds of different ways. But there's something to be said or trying to come through about the truth. Okay. This would indicate lies to me, and somebody's out to get the truth. She's out to discover the truth, and somebody else is probably trying to hold up a tower by not letting that out. Anything else here? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Four of Swords. I think that, yeah, it looks like an avoidance of an apology or the truth. Three of Pentacles. This looks like a peace offering to me. So Capricorn, you might be really pissed at someone. We're going to lay out a normal, we're going to grab a normal deck. That was pretty strong. So it looks like it could be twin flame for a lot of you, lots of emotion. And there's some secrecy or some lack of clarity that somebody is really trying to protect. Two of Wands and Five of Swords. At all costs. How do I protect this? At all costs. Okay. I knew I needed to use this deck. Yeah, okay. So something like karma's going to have its way. It's going to come out through... there's going to be a judgment. It could be legal. When I said that, I felt legal for some of you. But somebody's going to be... See how smug this dude is? Somebody's going to... This King of Wands feels deceptive to me. Yeah, there's the Devil. But it's going to be found out. Okay, let's lay out a Celtic cross since this is getting so deep. Anyway, sorry for my little spout. I mean, I don't know. Just is what it is. Lots of healing, lots of dark shadow. You know, it's that thing, if you don't face, you got to deal with your pain. I suppressed it for so long just to survive, and it built up, and eventually it catches up to you and causes, you know, can cause you to be sick or stuck. Like just total fatigue. Okay, Six of Pentacles. That's the overall, and then we've got the Sun. The Sun, this is giving and this is happiness. Maybe children. Recent past and ending. Four Swords. Page of Cups. Strength. I don't want it to fall, but I'm kind of crowded. I need to clean my desk off. So like I said, we're going to clarify with the Moonology deck. Seven of Swords. So definitely deception. What's coming next is strength. Double Leo here. Maybe dealing with the Leo. We've also got Scorpio. How others see or outside influences the artist in reverse. So things not going the way they're supposed to or the way they want to. In the advice position, we have Three of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Wow. Now we have Emperor and Empress. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be upside down or not, because my card, I somehow flipped my deck around. But the Emperor, Empress. So in the outcome, we have the Emperor, which is, you know, control. Let's get some general clarifier. See what is going on here. Thank you. We've got Two of Cups. Exactly the amount that I wanted. Let me see. I need to rearrange. I'm trying to get ready to find a spot for internet to be wired. Let's see. I mean, I have internet, obviously. It's just I want to I have a hard time sometimes with uploads, and I want to get it hardwired. So anyway, Nine of Swords. Four of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. So there's I think what this is feeling like to me is there's the Empress again. So we got some strong twin flame energy here. Ten of Swords is a painful ending. And the Empress, we all know what that is. That's the divine feminine. There's a want for something that's not good is what this looks like. But I'm going to tell you what happens, you know, during a lot of readings is it looks like it's affecting life in other areas, and a good way to try to move forward is to compartmentalize. I always think of that as I love the Queen of Swords reminds me of being able to compartmentalize, because we have these different areas of our life, right? We have health, we have money, we have family, we have fun or friends, love. Well, if one area is not going well, we try not to let it bleed over into the other areas. We compartmentalize, we keep it in that area. It's like if things are going really hard at work or bad at work, we give that our full attention while we're there, and then when we're home, we give our full attention to our family or to our health, or our love, whatever. That way because you don't want to suffer in all areas, right? You always have, you should have multiple areas. That's how you get through. And sometimes we're like, well, how can they even just go on with life and be happy when I'm so miserable? Well, it's because they're probably compartmentalizing. They know that the problem, whatever problem they have, is going to be there when they get back to it. But it's an ability, it's a survival tool, to be able to redirect your focus onto other things and take a break from what's stressful. Okay, tell me about this. So the Six of Pentacles is giving. Probably some children involved. There we have some mother energy. Why do we have the Six of Pentacles with the Sun? Let's see how this goes. Clarifying with these. Wow, look at that Leo. Didn't I tell you guys? Strong Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. So confidence is your key to success. So Six of Pentacles is about giving, having enough to give. The Sun is about growth and healing and hope. The Strength card is about self-control. Very interesting. These are a little big to use as clarifiers, but we're going to try it anyway. So also we've got somebody's holding back communication. What's the ending? Tell me about the ending. This Death card. What is the Death card? I mean, death doesn't mean literally death. It could be, transition. Death is a transition. Okay, balance spirituality and practicality. Pisces energy. I think there might be a bit of an extreme. I think that might be partly why that compartmentalizing comment or thought came through. There may be an intensity, a tendency to it be extreme. Well, if I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give everything. Or there's like a need for balance. I'm feeling like a Libra. Of course, there's Libra with the Empress. Let's see. Tell me about this Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is healing. We've got two cards about healing. And what did I just say, Libra? You guys, your energy is super strong. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you watch the channel a lot, please do subscribe. It helps me connect to you more strongly. Think about thousands of people are watching this. So I'm trying to sort through thousands of energies. All my prayers and intentions are set for subscribers. So please subscribe. So win-win. There it is. I just said Libra. That's the forecast. So, okay. So I feel like there's a you can take it the wrong way if you want, but I don't mean it in a bad way. There's a feeling of desperation because like losing grip of something. And this is saying believe in the impossible. There's a win-win coming. I saw this card or felt it, something in your, and I'm not that familiar with this deck, but in your pre-shuffle, win-win. Blue moon. So there's a tendency, there's a need to calm yourself and chill. It doesn't have to be extreme, so extreme. There's a scattered, chaotic feel. And you may feel like you're down. Why do we have the Seven of Swords? Like you're in the, not in the winning. I'm just wondering why I'm feeling like it's a win, like I want you to win, like as in someone wins, someone loses. Or, oh, because must be deception. Yeah, there's deception. step out of your comfort zone. Luck is on your side. In the outcome, we have the Emperor. Why do we have the Emperor in the outcome? So that's twice I got something that said you're gaining momentum. I don't think it was that same card. Tell me about this Emperor. Yeah, okay. You're going to come out ahead. This is also saying, look at the big picture. So, I mean, there's our reading. So, let me just do an overview. We have Emperor, Empress. Looks like a twin flame. We had 4 of Wands in the beginning, somewhere in the pre-shuffle. Here we have Emperor, Empress. So there was some sort of very painful ending, but it's time for you to let that bounce back from that and keep your composure. Maybe there's a need to take care of yourself. And this balance, spirituality and practicality, I'm kind of feeling like that might be balance, the good and the bad. There's always going to be challenge, you know, and you can try to embrace the challenges by knowing that those are the times that we grow, as long as we deal with them and we don't suppress. Okay. Well, even then maybe we're forced to grow, but you know. So seriously painful ending. Look, the painful ending card, the Ten of Swords, came right by the Death card. And I think that shook you to the core. Maybe you sunk into not fighting fair, playing fair, something like that. Where does this release card come from? I don't remember that. Okay, so win-win, believe in the impossible, the end of a tough cycle approaches, and look at the bigger picture. I believe the bigger picture is you seeing that through the storm is clearing your path. And the storm is not for nothing. There is something good coming from the storm. I'm also getting, yeah, there's Aries. But let's ask some twin flame questions, why don't we? I can find my twin flame. Wow, look where I split the deck. So it looks like you're going to be hearing from them. You guys, the twin flame, or the extendeds that I have, the almost personals, those are timeless. So, and those are my best all-time readings. I know that they're, they're not new, but they are timeless. They're still really, really good. Those links will be down below. So check those out if they pull to you. They're almost personal, but they're a fraction of the price. So there's a heartbreak. Didn't we have that Three of Swords with the sword upside down, awaiting results? Yeah, from that Queen of Swords. We mentioned her in the beginning. I don't know. Oof, look at that, memories. So you definitely have a reunion. And a new beginning. How about that? This is a beautiful reading. It's very, very deep. Why do we keep... What's the deal with the Six of Pentacles? Okay, so don't stop being generous is what this looks like. Do you see that? Ten of Pentacles. I said, what's the deal with the Six of Pentacles? And the Ten of Pentacles flew out. Mind games and control, conflict. So Capricorn, I think for some of you may have, like sink down into some unfairness as well, playing, like an eye for an eye type thing. But then maybe you're not happy with it later. Look at that though, Six of Wands. Knight of Swords, decisive action. I just think that this is a reminder Tell me more about the outcome. Okay, we know we have a return. We know that things have been unfair. We know that truth is coming to light. We know that you're going to come out ahead. I also feel that there's some things to, okay, so what do you, yeah. So I think that there's been some sort of, maybe deception on your part too, or not, or lashing out back. I think there's a need to forgive. There's the Empress again. There's a need to forgive yourself and not self-punish, okay? It is what it is. Ask forgiveness if you need to. It's really, mistakes really boil down to lessons in this world. This keeps happening too, the Eight of Cups. Let's look at yourself as evolving, okay? There's I still feel a strong need to say, don't beat yourself up. Whoa. Yeah, there you go, Judgment. And there's a strong need for you to nurture yourself. You didn't handle everything perfectly. But I mean, like, who does? You know what I'm saying? So a lot about progress too, Judgment. And so see, this painful ending is in reverse. This is going to come back around. Just don't... I think it's just really, really important that you don't beat yourself up. Let me do a soul's journey before we run out of time. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. That might be what I was missing. There is a need to have empathy, and maybe for yourself. I am learning that worry does not change the outcome, and there's regret. Balance, forgiveness. This is all about yourself. Don't isolate yourself or punish yourself. Okay? You might want to go back and watch the beginning because I'm forgetting it now, but there was something that ties in closely to this from the very beginning. And there was strong Leo. We also have Libra, Aries. We have everything, but I'm just showing you some of the major, oops. Okay, so there's a need to be empathetic. I think that's probably towards you and others, of course. That doesn't mean be a pushover. It doesn't mean if you stood up for yourself or you did something, shitty to someone that you can't forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. And there's a lot, needs to be judgment. Look at that. It says judgment, and what was one of the last cards we got? It's just part of your karma. It's part of, your growth, I think. All right. You guys let me know in the comments. Please put your manifestations. Okay. I feel like you won't need one more. Hold on. Hope my camera doesn't cut out. Please don't cut out, camera. Oh, I know. Okay. My camera didn't cut out. Okay. This is like a shadow, light, and it's light and dark attributes. Thank you. That was fast. Okay. Oh, again, and it's all about the feminine. Look at that. Light attributes. Radiate feminine, regal feminine. Uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Oh, that's the missing key. There was something here about protecting. Somebody lashed out. And I mean, karma... you're going to end up, you're going to come out ahead. Everything is starting to balance out, but I still think there's a need to not beat yourself up. Okay, so the shadow attributes become arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling, and demanding. That might be something you need to do a self-check on. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying it's there, okay? And we got a lot of queen energy here. All right, so hopefully this was helpful. You guys, please put your intentions and manifestations in the comments and go through and thumbs up everybody else's. Your manifestation from me on the bay leaf was calm and success and abundance. All right, I love you guys. Bye, Capricorn.